All right. God, how many do I have left? Oh, Jesus Christ. Christ. Okay, where are we? Oh, Jesus. A young man, right? Or not so young man, 37 years old. Hello, Cappy, asshole. I've been a long time listener and watcher of yours. I finally decided to write to you, see if you can help me with my issue. My background: I'm 37 years old and I'm an immigrant from Eastern Europe, permanently residing in the United States. I've been here around 20 years. Okay, you were 17 when you got here. My father died when I was 13, so I grew up with a single mother. I finished high school in the United States and went to community college, but never finished it. Since coming to the United States, I've always been working. In the beginning, it was odd jobs like construction, landscaping, taxi driver, butcher, hotel, retail, and where. That's not bad exactly either. At least you got a story to tell. Also, I was irresponsible with girls as I was getting laid a lot, drinking, and wasted so much money and time on women. Well, were you? Again, well, I had a guy like this not too long ago. I wasted my youth chasing girls, getting laid, getting drunk, and having fun partying. I'm like, well, did you really waste it? Because when you're 55 years old, you're going to, you didn't do that. You'd be like, oh, I wasted my youth. I don't know if you wasted your youth. Yes, every guy spends way too much time and money chasing women, but at least you caught some, son. At least you caught some. Littlehead definitely took my life over, and I had no real male role model to take an example from. My mom worked hard to try the best for me, so for that I am grateful for her. But by the way, I got laid at 14, and from then on, it was all about the peace leave. When I was around 25 years old, I got married, but was divorced 4 years later. No kids, no mortgage, or any other debts after the marriage. Good, you dodged a bullet there. After my divorce, I was devastated, but was able to manage to somehow get back up. Joined the gym, started becoming stronger, more responsible, got laid a lot, and around the age, more sex. So this he wasted his life having sex, working out, having fun. What a tragic waste of life. Then slowly I started staying away from women in the United States to the point of only seeing professional women only on my trips to Eastern Europe where it is legal there. Well, I mean, what legal? You mean, oh, professional women. I see. Ladies of the evening, you mean? I'm like, wait, what? You can date accountants. Or just quick hookups from online, which I stay away from at this point. I recently resigned from my job, which I held for around 7 years. It was a warehouse job, and because the management and operation changed, there was no room for advancement for me and became boring and dull. In addition, I've always been involved in poker, mainly in recent sports betting and investing. Is that investing? Started seeing profits from the side hobby around 3 years ago as it became better and better. And for the last 3 years, I showed a decent profit. I also took a part-time job on weekends before quitting my full-time job. For the last 3 months, I was making around $7,000 a month. That's not bad. 7,000. Yeah, that's damn good. If I keep doing it, I'll be making around 70 grand a year. It would be constant work, mostly physical. And after 3 months, I could not take it anymore and decided I needed to change something, especially as if I think I'm good position to do so at that moment. Current status situation: around 50,000 my retirement plan, 5,000 emergency fund, 30,000 bankroll for poker. All right, as long as you can lose that and continue on in life. Card paid off, 1,000 credit card debt you pay off them. Minimalist lifestyle, don't really need much material possessions. The less I have, the more organized I am and the less problems I encounter. I'm coming up with a seminar, hopefully to be launched this upcoming week on minimalism. Keep an eye out for it, guys. Currently, I have a part-time job at a warehouse, $20 an hour, working no more than 30 hours a week, and I have a lot of time on my hands, which I used to play poker and sports bet, read books, listen to podcasts. So in the current situation, I'm making around $40,000 a year. My question to you is this: where do I go from here? For some reason, I feel unfulfilled because I have not finished academia. My family's full of doctors and engineers, but I screwed up in my early years, and now I feel like I need to take charge of this part of my life and acquire a skill or a trait. What do you suggest that I do? I was looking at trades such as plumber, electrician, or air conditioning fixing. I was also looking at accounting, and recently I found out edX courses online and would be interested in software development or anything to do with computers. I have no idea where to go at this point. I could do what I do and be fine, but I feel like I need to better myself as a person because there's so much more room for knowledge. The most important thing to me, besides my health and family, is my freedom. I appreciate your input in my case. Blah, 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 blah. Regards, we keep you anonymous. All right. Let's start with reality. You're not on welfare. You don't have illegitimate bastard kids running around that I got to pay for. You're not a deadbeat, and there's nothing wrong with working this potpourri of jobs. If you could make money playing poker, which I don't think you could do long term, unless like you were to monetize, like you became famous, like that Bottineau guy or the French guy. But I think the bubble had been built up. If you can make money on poker, you don't lose it, fine. But if you just want to work a warehouse job, $20, and you're not, you don't have to become famous. You don't have to make a lot of money. You don't have to become a doctor or an engineer. Now, if you still have this intellectual compunction, like you feel compelled to do this, I understand that. I will also start to agree with you that as you get older, you are not going to have that much more interesting girls beyond what you pay for it. Okay, here, you're done and you just want to have sex. That never goes away, but you're not going to be chasing tail like you were when you were 25. And so your brain is going to start to search for things. And this is more an existential question. Because like, well, what did I do? What did I achieve? What have I, you're about half dead, maybe a little bit less than half dead, but half your life is over. And now you're like, okay, what do I do now? Well, I can't answer that for you. That's where you got to figure this out. Now, I will say it doesn't have to be a career. It doesn't have to be. I know you let go of this, not jealousy, but this inferiority thing. Like, my family is full of doctors and engineers. So what? Again, you're a good man as long as you don't take other people's money. Right? So as long as you're supporting yourself, you're fine. But if you have an intellectual scratch you got to itch, that's your body, your brain, your soul, your spirit telling you, hey, we better do something before we're dead. And that can be something like becoming a doctor. It can be becoming something like a plumber or a tradesman. But now you're starting to delve into accounting and software development. These are all fine fields. I can't tell you which one to choose. You need to go and figure that out for yourself. So edX courses are perfect places to go, where you go online, you study, figure out for yourself. Go online, teach yourself some programming. Some people find it boring. Some people find it interesting and exciting. Start doing plumbing and electrical work on the side. But I mean, if you came up to me with, Aaron, I want to become a teacher, a social worker, an activist, or a plumber, I could say become the plumber, because the three other ideas suck, are stupid, don't produce jack shit all in life, and the plumber is the only thing of real value. But you've given me 4 things of real value here. And I can't, that's up to your personality. So you need to invest the time to figure out which one of these you like the most. Now, if your most important thing, aside from your family and health, is your freedom, I'm going to recommend not becoming a tradesman, because you have to physically be there. You have to physically be at that place. If you become a programmer or some kind of computer whiz, most of that's done online. Accounting. If you could do accounting. Did you mention accounting? I thought you did for some reason. Air conditioning, accounting. If you could get your CPA, you're set, you're golden. But I'd strongly advise you look into accounting. Look into closing out the T-Ledger accounts in the accounting cycle. See if that's something you want to go through. Take your edX courses online. See if that's something you enjoy. But realize, if you're going to go become an accountant, you got to get a CPA. You have to get a CPA. So that's more or less a 6-year endeavor. Although, wait, didn't you go to college a little bit? You said you went to community college. So maybe be a little bit less than that. So that's one thing. Software, you become proficient at it. Also, you dabble in a little bit. Maybe you're a software whiz, and you can learn 2 or 3 languages in a year and be proficient. It just clicks with you. Well, shit, you don't want to go to school for like 5 to 6 years for your CPA. You'll become a programmer. But yeah, there's something it's just not a professional. And you may get really lucky. Like, I still have a hard, and this is the pot calling the kettle black. I have a hard time believing I'm a professional author or podcaster even. Like, it doesn't feel like real work, and it's because it's not. But every once in a while, good things happen to undeserving people. Some of us assholes get lucky, and manna from him go like, what? Why me? What? And sometimes you just got to accept it. I didn't think I'd be a great ballroom dance instructor. I was. Yeah, it was fun. And sometimes, what if you become a really great poker player? What if you're maybe not making so much money, but you just got that charm and charisma? You become a character and people tune in. You get sponsored. So what I'm saying is, don't necessarily think it has to be something painful or hard or something you don't like. It could be you become a professional poker. You could just have a knack for it. And then if you did, what I'd say is, boy, maybe you ought to look into actuarial science, because if you're that good at poker, you've made money 3 years, you know, betting in sports, maybe you go work as an actuary for the casinos. Maybe you go become a statistician. All right. That just something to consider. But I can't tell you what it is. You got to go and explore all those options until you find out, oh, I don't want to do this. Oh, I didn't realize it'd be this boring. I didn't realize I can't do this. I literally mentally can't do it. What I'm saying is, as long as you're making money and you're not costing anything and it's not stupid, you know, it's like Beckloff. He always says, you let the dogs choose you. You don't choose. When you're getting a dog, you let the dog choose you. You don't choose the dog. And I think there's some wisdom in it. I'll tell you this about life, though. You don't choose what you want to do. Life chooses it for you. And had I just shut the fuck up and listened earlier on, I would have been way ahead. I wouldn't even have wasted time in banking as much as I did. I would have gotten out. I would have, I don't know. Maybe I would have joined the military. But I would have been teaching ballroom dance. I mean, I never was forced down that path. I would have been forced down it quicker and faster. I would have realized, oh, what should I do for a living? What does the world want me to do for a living? You know, and not to sound crass, but to give you a point or an example, rather. All these gals, they want to go major in this, major in that. Oh, I can't find a job and there's not enough government money. Well, the internet will pay you a lot of money to show you your titties. But I don't want, who cares? You could go make $100,000. That option didn't exist for guys. Go make your fucking money. Sometimes the world, you know, hey, we choose you. We like you with your zany antics on the internet. So we like you because you're a good poker player. We want to sponsor you. So yeah, you're going to have to, but if you want freedom, I'd say accounting or software. That's what I would do, accounting or software. But if all of a sudden you start bringing in some really good pots from playing poker and you all of a sudden start winning some rings and getting sponsored, that's the way I'd go, man. That's the way I'd go. Have no idea where to go from this point. I could do what I do and be finally blah, 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 blah. All right, here's where you're going to go. This is your next step. You need to list all these things that you want to do, and you need to, and if you're only working 30 hours a week, you got a lot of free time. You're going to spend a ton of time on videos with Matt Tran's channel, Engineered Truth. You're going to study what it's like to be an actuary, what it's like to be a statistician, what it's like to be a CPA, what it's like to be a programmer. How much money do they make? What are the pros and cons? And trust me, you want to find out the cons. You don't want all the glamour and bullshit shoved up your ass. So there you go. Nonstop Dre, $2. Don't forget life coach and influencer. Yes, life coach influencer. Yeah. I didn't have a choice. Isn't that what I just said? I didn't want to become a life coach. I still don't want to be a life coach. What am I? Fucking, oh, God damn it. Can I say just asshole consultant? Can I just say that? Unlike all the other life coaches, I get paid though. That's unlike all the other life coaches. I never had a gun in my mouth because I'm just this miserable failure. And I know I'll tell kids not to do drugs. Hey kids, life coach Cappy here. Don't do drugs. Influencer. No, I'll never be an influencer. I can't influence. See, that's the thing. It's like all the people that run ads on that. I do not get approached by products. No one wants to run their products unless they're like solo micro entrepreneurs that are within our circle here. So I don't influence anything. I was like, hey kids, you want to be cool like Cappy? Well, then go to Middlebury or the Carlson School of Management. That's where all the cool kids go. All right. See you guys later, Toodles.